What's up, men? Welcome to the Male Cartel podcast. Let's get started.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
Men are not meant to be dominant. Men are meant to be submissive.
Life's too short to exercise. I'm just going to be honest.
It's okay to be fat.
Dispelling toxic masculinity and really redefining what it means to be a man. Men can cry. So it's okay to be weak. It's okay to be weak.
I'm telling you right now, not everybody wants to see you win.
You seem to be more woman than you are man. You don't have any manly qualities.
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay, it's necessary. How are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Be a dangerous man. Being dangerous is not being a threat. They're two different things. You can't be a good man if you're not a dangerous man. You say one disrespectful thing to my wife, I am not only willing, but I'm able to inflict great bodily damage.
I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. I can't explain it, but you better feel me. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture. What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Here's your host, Nick and Shane.
Hey, we're back.
Welcome back to the Male Cartel.
Male Cartel, MC in the house like a mouse. My buddy Nicholas Carnes. This is your boy Shane, and we're here, ready to rock and roll, man. How are you?
Doing good, man. I tell you, 2 episodes ago, we had a good conversation with Brian Edwards. I'm glad we finally got him on.
Man, dude, it was a joy.
Glad you got to hear some fun stories.
Bro, it was like a movie in my mind as he was talking. Like, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, well, if people have not had a chance to listen to it, I would encourage them to go check it out.
You know, and on the real, man, I was listening to it again today.
Really?
As I was driving in, just listening and trying to fast forward it to a couple of those stories. And I was like, still blown away, bro. Like, I don't even have words to really put in to what I was thinking the entire time. It's kind of like when somebody's telling a story that seems so wild and like, yeah, there I was noodling for sharks and I pulled out a great white that was 30 feet long, and you're like, bro, this is crazy. Like, I don't know if this is real, but if it is real, this is wild. It was like that, man.
Well, speaking of sharks, I saw a video yesterday. Now, talk about a nightmare. Although I think I would, I don't know, it'd probably be a great adventure. You know those cages that you put, that people will get in and go see the sharks?
Yep.
And it's supposed to protect the sharks from getting in? Well, something happened where this huge shark was, you know, they put like food out and it comes up, eats it, and then it brings it close to the cage so people can get video and stuff like that. And somehow the shark got into the cage with a person in there. Now, you can't see inside the cage. I don't know if the person had like video in there with them, but all you see is like initially some blood, and then they lower the cage a little bit and the shark makes its way out of the top. They open the top of the cage and the shark kind of like jumps out, and they're like, but you hear people going, was there somebody in there? And I'm like, you should know if someone was in the cage. I mean, you just put them down in the water, and people are like, was there somebody in there? And they're looking, they're like, nobody's in there. Almost like maybe they got eaten or something.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe 30 seconds later, this person emerges from the cage. And I'm thinking like that would be quite the experience to be in that cage. A shark get in there, flailing around. The blood must have been from the shark coming through the cage.
Yeah.
But I thought that when you talk about shark, I was like,
nah, bro. You know, I fear 2 things: getting eaten alive by a crocodile and getting alive by a shark. Literally, I don't want to die like that, bro.
Yeah. It'd be horrible.
There's it's swimming off with your leg in its mouth. Nah, man, that ain't. You watch any basketball? March Madness?
I have not had a chance. I've seen some highlights.
Just root for UF. That's all you need to do.
I'm cheering for Duke. I've always been a Duke fan because Georgia has just never had
bunch of white guys. Is that what it is?
But so yeah, I've always just been a Duke fan, and so a lot of our pastors with Hope Church are North Carolina fans.
Man, bless their hearts.
I know Randall Waller, shout out Randall, is a Duke fan. So we got to kind of give it to the guys the other day when we were on our pastors and wives retreat to because Duke won and North Carolina lost. So that was a good victory.
Well, I like Duke as well. I'm a big Cooper Flag fan, and so I'm pulling for them. I actually have them Duke beating Florida 69-67.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Florida's been looking pretty sharp there.
If you know me in sports, even though I could be a homer in some ways, I'm very realistic. Call it like I see it, man. I've always been that way. I don't say, well, I think we're going to win by 40. I'm not that guy. But I have Duke winning, and I actually have my Kansas Jayhawks out in the second round. We went out in the first round. And then I had UF making all the way to the championship, but lose against Duke if Cooper Flag was healthy, because he got hurt before the tournament. So if he wasn't 100%, then I'd have Florida.
I'm just caught off guard. You said you're a homer.
Is
that like a homo with the hard R?
Yeah, it's kind of like, without the R. Homer Simpson.
Homer, okay.
Yeah, Homer, man. Homer. Not a homo.
A homo with the hard R?
Hard R. Yeah, better be a hard R than the hard something else. So there you go.
I don't know. That just took a left turn.
It did. All right, back on track like a running back.
Meaning you're a fan of your team, but you're honest.
I'm honest, man.
I cannot. I am a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan.
I know.
A huge Dogs fan. You're a huge Gators fan.
Yeah.
So we've got that rivalry. But that's what I respect about you. But I try to be the same way. I cannot stand dog fans who are unrealistic.
Isn't that crazy, bro?
You look at a team and you go, they're not ranked number one.
That's right.
But yet they'll be trash talking. And it's like, you need to shut up because we're not playing like a number one team.
Dude, I've been on the sidelines, even high school games, where the guys go, man, coach, that team is trash. I'm like, they're beating us by 17. What does that make us? We're worse than trash. If trash team, I've never understood that.
You're
all
the
days
upper
of my
scale.
life.
You're garbage.
You're like,
if they're trash,
you're like belly button limp, bro. Like, seriously. But I've always been a very honest sports guy and just an honest take. I see something for what it is, and this is my observation. And there's been times where back in, I think it was 06, 07, or was it 05, 06, where Florida won back-to-back championship for basketball, college basketball. And then in 06, they won football, national championship, and basketball. And, I didn't have us winning in basketball that year. But I knew when all the guys were coming back, I was like, oh, we're going to run this thing back, and we're going to win again. And we did, and we beat the snot out of everybody. So it was easy. But even football that year, I didn't think we were the better team.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather go in worried, not sure, than those who go in trash talking and then we get slaughtered.
Yep.
But I'd rather go in like with Texas, not trash talking, and go in like in football and going, man, this team could definitely beat us, and then us end up kicking their butts rather than the other. I'd rather be wrong myself than to be trash talking and look like an idiot.
Dude, so I played basketball. We got bounce round one on our team. I didn't play because I was in North Oconee with the state champs. Back-to-back state champs, North Oconee. Go Titans. Coach Powers. Coach Raz. Let's go. So I ended up missing the game. But throughout the season, I'm playing a bunch of young guys on my team who I love dearly. There's only 3 of us that's ever played organized basketball. But everybody's a good ball player, right? And I feel oftentimes with my team, and again, I'll be 48 years old in August. But the first game I played back, I mean, I dominated. I hadn't even touched the basketball. So I've been working on my stuff. The only thing I don't do is take it hard to the rim or give it 100%. Because when I do give 100%, I get hurt. So this is not the time and place where I've conned my wife and let me play basketball again to then give 100% and get hurt within the first few games.
Yeah.
I'd rather play a whole season and then get hurt. And then my wife knows, oh, yeah, well, at least he did it and he just bad luck, right? So so I actually started preparing myself, taking different contact and all this stuff. But anywho, in my head, this is how I've changed as a ball player. I went from like, give me the ball every single time and I'm going to score as much as I can, play lockdown D and all that. Now I don't have athletic ability like I used to because I'm older, but I have my brains, bro, with something I didn't have back in the day. And I can see the entire floor of what's happening and how we can exploit. But our young guys on our team, they just go down and throw up the shot and don't play no defense.
No.
And the whole time I'm telling them, Nick, I'm like, guys, don't turn the ball over. Offense will come. Go for the easy shots. And let's play hard D. We play lockdown D, or at least play really good defense, limit turnovers. We're going to be in every ball game.
Yeah.
And then the offense will come. But literally, with this generation, it's like talking to a wall.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, they get into a game, and it's like they don't see anything but green light go. And we're not going to play any defense. So then I'm the guy down low having to bang, you know. But I would think if I was younger, the young Shane, I wasn't the post player, you know, more of the guard, small forward. And you're like, I would want the challenge of banging with folks. Like, I want the contact. Let's go. Especially if I was younger. Like, I always felt like I'm ready to compete against anybody, you know. I'm tougher than everybody. In this game, I felt like if I wasn't in the game, whether I could be wrong in my perception or I could be right, I think I'm pretty right. If I wasn't in the game, we're not a tough team. And it was like when I come out of the game, they take out their guys. And you know that when it's like that, take out their bigs, their tough guys. When I come out, they all go to rest. I come back in, they all want to come back in. So, but
I think it's like you think God has a sense of humor. He gives us the perspective later in life when the physical ability has
100%, dude,
dissipated, and then when we have the physical ability, we don't have much of the perspective.
100%, dude. Like if I had my brain that I have like now, back in my athletic ability, oh my word, bro!
That's why as guys get older, they become coaches.
That's right.
They have the perspective. They just don't have the physical.
Now I'll tell you now, I loved coaching, so like I really enjoy that. I at this. I mean, I like playing too. So like, if I play again next year, I'll definitely want to be a player coach. I'll definitely want to be player coach, and then call the shots and play because I really enjoy. But the deal is, they're gonna have to listen to me.
Yeah,
because they're not gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna coach.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I ain't about to lose. So I hate losing. But
well,
in your world, anything new?
Not really. Just kind of same old. Just normal routine. Nothing spectacular. We just went to Blowing Rock. I will say Blowing Rock is a scam.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
It's a city, I guess, a town in the mountains of North Carolina, right outside of Boone, North Carolina. Okay. But there's a place that you can go to. Well, it was 82 mile per hour wind gusts while we were there. It was like it was like a hurricane in the mountains. I've never seen such a thing. And we got snow. It was quite remarkable.
Damn.
So it's more like a blizzard. But there's a place you can go to. It's like a national park or whatever called Blowing Rock. You pay $10 to go in and see it. And you're thinking, based on the picture, it's this like big cliff rock that, you know, is going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
It was like you take 10 steps and you're at the tip of it. It was so bad. And they give you this map, like you've got this long like observation deck and stuff. And it's like so small. And you're like, did I just pay $10 for this?
Yeah.
So we went with some of the guys and wives, two other pastors. I was like, I'm at least going to have fun with this. And there's other like kind of rocks that kind of stick out, but you're not hanging over necessarily the mountain. You might be hanging over like sticking over like a walkway.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to see if I can climb it and hold on like a cliffhanger, you know? And so we started doing that and was able to do it. And then we're like, well, let's see if we can do it with one hand. And so the first time we tried it, we were on an angle, on the side. And so it was a lot harder because you're not only holding your whole weight, but you're holding onto a rock. And so then I was like, I think if we were on the middle, we could do it better. And so it actually was a good test because I couldn't hold on with one hand for long. And so it's like, okay, shows me where my weakness is.
Yeah.
Lets me know what I need to work on in the gym because I've worked on dead hangs. But of course, holding on to a rock, it's digging into your hand.
Yeah.
But that we had fun with that. It was a good little test of strength.
Yeah.
Guys are out there. Our wives are taking pictures for us to make it look like we're hanging off the side of a mountain.
That's awesome.
But
just
we had
hanging out, bunch of dudes hanging out.
Yeah, but we had a good time. So,
boom.
What we got today?
Man, we're gonna start episodes on discussion of the 25 cheat codes we wish we knew 25 years ago. Are you up for it?
I'm up for it. I probably wish some of these were 30 years ago.
Yeah. And I put 25 because of 25. And so if we did 30, we'd be 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So so this is the title, 25 cheat codes we wish we knew 25 years ago. So 25 years ago for me would be basically 23 years old. So I'm gonna kind of go down the list. And so number one of this, if you're listening, this is going to give you, if you're in your 20s, this is good. If you're in your 30s, this is still great. But wish we knew 25 years ago. Number one, work out 4 times a week. What you think about that, bro?
I think you got to have a goal. Even if you can't hit 4 times a week, at least that's your goal. Yeah. It's better than 0 times a week.
How many times do you work out?
It fluctuates between 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So here lately, I've been doing about 5. I've been trying to spend some of those days cardio, the rest in the gym.
Yeah.
There's just some days schedule's so tight.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm probably just going to run a couple miles. With the Men of Valor, we got that 5K coming up anyway. I say we.
Yeah.
You should run it. But
yeah,
the charity 5K.
I am thinking about getting me a little motorized scooter.
There you go.
So I need to ride the scooter next to you.
Yeah.
And the whole time with the megaphone. Let's go.
Let's go. Keep it up.
That may happen, guys. That may happen as I'm thinking.
That would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. We may do that. We may do that.
But yeah, so work a couple days a week on cardio, trying to get my running back into shape, and then the other, lifting heavy things.
Boom. Let's go.
So you in 4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 days a week. Sometimes 5, has been 6. Depends on how my body feels. But I try to get an hour and a half 4 times a week. That's what I try to do. I do cardio for 45 and work out for 45. And then what'll happen is after spring break, I'll just go into a lean mode because I'll give me something to not really a goal, but I like to hey, I'm gonna wring my body out for 3 weeks, see how much it changes, and it usually does big time. Right? And so I'm not dieting right now at all, but it's interesting. But I think 4 times a week, man, is a great goal.
Yep.
So here's the second one. And I think the reason what Nick and I are saying is 4 times a week is you're moving around, man. If you start when you're younger, it builds up habits, and so that's a good thing, especially when you get older. So, second thing is I think it's super important. Cheat code is eat more protein. Eat more protein. Why do you think that's a good idea, Nicholas?
Well, because if you're working out 4 times a week, it protects the muscle that you're building as well. It's been proven scientifically the benefits that protein gives your body.
Yeah.
The other is what I have learned and what is also proven is protein helps stave off, I guess that would be the right word, any cravings. And so you're not going to snack as much. You're not going to be eating the stuff you shouldn't be eating because you don't have those little bouts of hunger. And so you're more satiated. You're more, full.
Satiate. I don't even know what that word is, bro.
Hey, I learned it online.
On the line.
On the lines.
On the line.
I don't know what it means either, but that's what they said.
Oh, let's go. 100%. I agree. 100% because you can fill it with carbs and an hour later you're back hungry again.
Yep.
and protein is fuel, and I get it. Calories mean heat, and that is fuel, but it's like a piece of small kindling versus a big log.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's a good point.
Third one is this. I think this is like, I really wished I would have done this. Don't run from hard. Cheat code. Don't run from hard. And I'll speak first real quickly, and I'm going to turn it to you. I feel like in my 20s, especially 23, and I would say till 30s, I had a tendency, so for 10 years, tendency to run from hard. Not that if I was face to face and had to do something hard, I would do it. But my first instinct was to run and think to be smarter, than to work harder.
Yeah.
But to know now, I wish there were some things I did in my 20s when I was married. I wish I would have sucked it up and did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even some financial things, and say, oh, buckle down. Even though if you look at it, I was a good steward in a lot of ways, right? I wasn't super pathetic, but I could have set myself up a lot better today if I'd have done some hard stuff back in those days.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
Well, I think that goes back to even things like working out 4 times a week, being a good steward financially, setting aside money for retirement. I mean, you name it. There's so many hard things that we don't want to do because we want the immediate comfort or satisfaction. Yeah. I'll give you a good example. I don't know, 2 years ago when I started going to the gym and started kind of really tuning in to some health accounts and things like that. There were several talking about like the cold plunge and that type of stuff, which a lot of people would never do because it's uncomfortable. I was like, well, I don't have a cold plunge, so I'm going to, one lady, I forget her name, but she was talking about even taking just like a cold shower for like so many minutes does something with your, it like shocks your body.
Yeah.
And it does certain health benefits. So I was like, okay, after I go to the gym, take a shower, I'm going to stand in the cold shower, as cold as I can get it, for like 3 minutes and just start training my body for difficult things,
Yeah.
And that's beyond just physically doing hard things, but it was a means by which of kind of putting that into practice.
Yeah.
So fast forward to this weekend, it's 82 mile per hour wind gusts. It is snowing outside. It's cold. And I had bought some drinks put into the hotel refrigerator, and I'd gone to the fitness center, and I was like, I forgot those drinks out in the truck. And so I had immediate thought, you could just get them in the morning. It's cold enough outside. It'd probably be cold. And then I had the thought of, no, I need to go out there and get them. It's cold. It's miserable. I'm in running shorts and a T-shirt. I need to go out there just like this. This is why I stood in the cold shower for 3 minutes. This is nothing. It's 30 seconds. Right. And so while I went out there, I actually lost my I've got some Bose sports headphones that have cables. That's what I run with. Well, I lost them. So I had to look around the hotel over and over and over again. These are $200 headphones. And I was like, I bet the wind possibly blew them off outside. So I went outside 2-3 more times, running shorts, looking for those headphones. But my immediate reaction was, do the comfortable. Wait till tomorrow. Come to find out, the next day they had blown off. I found them on the property. But it was just, that's how we react. It's like, nah, it's too cold out there. I'm not going out there. Oh. And yet I made myself, because I want to train myself to do hard things, because the day I have to do something hard, I want to be in that mode and that mindset that I can do it, not I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very beneficial to us to intentionally do the hard thing. Even if we fail, we intentionally at least attempt it, because it trains us.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you have any other thoughts beyond that, but
oh man, I'm right there with you, bro. I think that's super important, just not to run from things that are hard, and that's tough, man. That's tough. That's a tough place to be in, because the only way to get past that really is just to chip away at it. Do some small things well that are hard, and you start building up enough courage and trust and some moxie, some grit in the midst of that.
Well, how many marriages would be spared if people would do the hard thing of working through maybe even infidelity, hard things. Parenting's hard. So are you going to run from the difficulties of parent? I mean,
Oh, man, dude, yeah. And a lot of that, too, I mean, for honest, a lot of that, if you've had a lot of trauma in your life, you probably have seen people run, instead of solving problems, they just run away from their problems.
Yeah.
And so, which for me, that's how it was. My favorite, always, there is an abandonment issue that I know that I faced in my brain. And so I think that I'm much better now, for sure. But I wish that I didn't run from some hard things in my 20s. I think it would have set me up in my 30s really well.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I had to play catch up to a lot of stuff that I really was like trying to figure out in my 20s.
Yeah. You're going to run into hard things on the job, as pastor in a church, you name it. Every area of life's going to have hard things.
So that's 3. Number 4, always have a duel or partner in crime. A duel. And so a duel means 2, and so, but a partner in crime always have. So as I would say, not ride solo, right? And so the times that I have messed up in life, literally, is because I find myself riding solo. That's it. In my 20s, I remember how it was, like the times that I had those lulls in my faith and like had to lean to and or sinned, and the times that I felt like I maybe I didn't have courage, or I was super inconsistent in my walk with Christ, or even in my leadership. Like every single thing, even in like depression and stress and all that, was all when I was by myself. That's it, man. By myself. Didn't let anybody in my world. I just kind of handled it on my own. And as men, we're really bad about that. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I think we're designed for relationships. I think there is, things done without having someone there to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
To call you to something better, even. That's the other side of things. We don't like that either.
Yeah.
We like to be comfortable, and we don't like others to call us to something harder, greater, something that we have greater potential to. You pointed out in the episode with Brian about, we both love Rambo, but Rambo's a solo soldier. Now he wasn't always, but in his movies now, like he's the sole hero. But that's not life. I mean, there's just so much that happens negatively when we isolate and we try to do things on our own. I had a friend text me last night and say, hey, would you text me sometime tomorrow to ask me if I got up and worked out because I've been slipping? And so I didn't see it. He sent it to me late last night. So as soon as I woke up this morning, about 6 a.m., I sent him a text and I said, you better be out of bed working out. I didn't ask you. I said, you better be out of bed working out.
Uh-huh.
You, one of the greatest, compliments you'll ever get is when your grandson says how strong his granddad is, and you make that deposit today. And so I was like, how was that? But, I appreciated that because he wants accountability, and he wants someone to go, hey, you need to be doing the right thing. You need to be doing the hard. You need to be investing in what will benefit you down the line, because every day is a deposit towards your future.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very beneficial to have a brotherhood. That's what we're trying to form here virtually. But in reality, guys need to take this and duplicate it on an individual basis.
Yeah. And I even think, dude, they're the one benefit about having somebody with you that even verbally, that if they don't hold you accountable or calls you to rise to the occasion or like step up to the plate. If you're a guy and you're being the best version of yourself, meaning that you're giving 100%, it can't help but the people that God's put around you make them want to give 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we always talk about in football, we always say 120, 120, 120. And what we mean by that is when you're at 80%, if you're giving 120%, you can give that 20% to your brother.
Yeah.
Because you'll make them want to run fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're jogging, you make everybody else wants to jog.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how many times my daughter, I got onto her like 2 or 3 times when she played flag football because she chose to sit down. I saw her sit down. And then after practice, I said, why were you sitting down? Coach get on to you? Yeah, because people were sitting down. I said, well, why'd you sit down? Because my friends were sitting down. I said, now, what'd you feel about that? She goes, well, I knew that I wasn't supposed to, but I don't know why I did it. I said, you did because everybody around you sat down. I said, baby, you need to be the person standing up to make everybody else want to stand up. She was like, yes, sir. And then she started doing that, right? That was frustrating for me to watch. I watched her do that, and I was like, baby, in my head, I'm coaching from this. I mean, I'm watching her, I'm going, in my head going, stand up, stand up. I'm not going to tell her to do it then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's got to figure out on her own. I'm wait till after practice. I don't want to embarrass her. But you're like, just, and then that's what usually happens. You stand up, you handle your business, make everybody else want to do what you do.
Yeah.
So I think that, I mean, that's way with you and I parenting. I remember you had kids way before I did. So I remember just watching you parent, made me want to be a better parent, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even you being a pastor, going through a lot of adversity. And then when I would go through adversity, I would think in my head, I had a few people I would think about, and, you know, I wonder what Nick would do in this situation. Even Chuck Gordon, when it comes to caring for people, Chuck is absolutely amazing. And I remember he set the bar to where I would go in situations in hospitals and whatnot, and I would think in my head, literally, what would Chuck do?
Yeah.
And then I just would do what Chuck would do.
Chuck's if you talk about somebody with a pastor's heart, I mean, that's Chuck. I think one of the greatest pieces of advice that I ever heard was where, you know, several people have said it now. It's been kind of taken and duplicated, but it's like, you know, the other side is not just having anyone as a dual partner in crime. You know, who is doing what you would want to do, and who's doing things you would not want to do. You know, who's the one sitting down? Who's the one like making choices, living life the way that you would want to pursue? That's who you need to surround yourself with, not people who are, you know, I'm not talking about conformists. They got to look like you and act like you.
That's right.
But like, who has a similar mindset?
That's right.
You know, I think that's very important when it comes to finding someone to travel through life with.
Dude, that's money. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5. Super easy. 25 years ago, we wish we knew that we needed to drive a truck.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, for me, I had a truck 25 years ago. I don't think I had a truck 25 years ago. I think I had a rodeo, which was like an SUV. Before then, I had a car. Before then, I had a truck. So I traded in my truck because I wanted a car. I had an 82 Silverado. Awesome truck. But I wanted a car.
Yeah.
And then I wanted an SUV. And then at the SUV, I got a truck, the Z71, right? Black one. And have had a truck ever since. And I've always been a truck guy. But for somebody such as yourself who always drove a car, and now you have a truck.
I always drive a car.
Huh?
I haven't always driven a car.
Really?
Mm-mm.
When did you have a truck?
I had several trucks.
Really?
Before we knew each other.
Before we knew each other?
Yep.
It must have been short-lived. Because you were like, all right, so.
I had 3 trucks before you and I.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but you've had a car for a while.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, some of that's circumstantial. So sometimes you do what you got to do for your family.
That's right.
So, but yeah, the first vehicle I purchased was almost a truck.
Almost a truck.
Almost a truck.
Was it El Camino?
No, it was like kind of like a Ranger, but it was like the Mazda version of the Ranger.
Okay, I see
something like that. But my dad was having to co-sign for me because I wasn't old enough to get one myself.
Yeah.
And at the time, the price on a Civic was cheaper, and there was no back seat for the in the truck. It was just like a single cab.
Yeah.
With that little kind of expansion, but not enough to make a sit in. And so, because I was young and wanted to have my friends ride with me and stuff like that, I chose the car. But after that, shortly after that, I ended up getting a Dodge Dakota, which was the Sport, and that was a great truck. Drove it for a while. Ended up trading it for a single cab Dakota, which I was using when I worked at Maynard Builder Supply for several years, and then ended up getting a Silverado. Full, that was a 2003. with the when they first started kind of doing the quad cabs.
Oh yeah.
Had that for a little bit, but because Nikki was kind of at home watching the kid, I think we only had Gavin at the time. I was the only one working, trying to do sales. It just financially was not feasible. Yeah. So ended up going with more cash cars because I think after that I bought a Ford Explorer, paid cash for it.
I remember that.
So it's just kind of like
that's when we knew each other.
Yeah. Okay. So just kind of like trying to stick with cash cars, kind of like I did this time. But then got my Silverado, and then ended up because I had a Blazer that ended up blowing up, but those were all cash cars. So it's just
you had a Blazer, Altima, right?
Altima got totaled. Then I had another Altima that the transmission went out on.
Then you had a Mustang.
Never.
No, Camaro.
I would never own a Mustang.
Oh, a Camaro.
Camaro. Yep. Had Camaro, which I loved, but I wanted a truck. It's just something about a truck.
That's right, man. Now we're riding around Toyota. Let's go.
So got my Silverado. It got totaled, and so I paid cash for my Tundra.
You have a lot of total.
People can't drive. It's all women too.
Women,
all women drivers,
female deers and female drivers,
female deer and female driver. Why is it important to have a truck before we close out this episode?
What'd you say?
Why is it important to have a truck?
Why is it important to have a truck?
I remember one thing you said one time
about men need to drive a truck.
No, if you drive a car, you posted it online.
Did I say you drive a car, you sit down to pee or something?
No. You said if you drive a car, how are you going to carry your fishing pole?
That's right. Dude, that's why you need a truck, fishing pole. I think it's so functional. People
carry fishing poles with cars.
Man, it's so functional with a truck. You throw things in it, you haul stuff. It is the best invention. Man, it's one of the best inventions that there is. I think it's so functional. I love my truck with the 4-door.
Yeah.
And you have back seat, so you got plenty of room. Then you have a bed. And I love our compartments that we can lift up, the top, the cover. So it could be dry in the back, or you can open up like we did a yard sale this past week. Loaded my truck down, and it was awesome. And I unloaded it, and dude, it makes life easier.
All stuff to the dump. I'll tell you one other reason. Very important, guys.
What?
Sometimes you end up in a parking lot and you think it connects to another parking lot where you need to go. This has happened a couple times, like in Hilton Head.
Oh yeah, drive over the curb.
You just drive over the curb
through
the grass, and you're right in the other parking lot. You can't do that in a car.
100%.
But Nikki will be like, "Oh no, don't do that." I'm like, "This is why I bought a truck."
That's exactly right. I didn't even think about that because you can go where you want to go.
Go where you need to go.
Well, that's all we got today. That's 5 out of the 25, and so we'll do another segment. And
next episode is going to be a live recording.
Okay.
So we're going to discuss some of these at an event you've got, Guys Night.
Yep. It's a guys and it's middle school and high school guys night and their dads. And so it's called Guys Night. We're not very creative. And so it's a bunch of guys. We're going to eat a bunch of food. And we're going to talk and have a conversation, and we're going to do it together, and Nick and I, and it's going to be a good stuff. So.
Absolutely. And so then after that, whatever we got left, we'll cover in another episode or two. Thank you guys for tuning in. We want you guys to please mark your calendars, go online, purchase tickets for the Forge men's event hosted at Hope Church Augusta. We're going to have some breakouts, some different activities.
Yep.
Brian Edwards going to be the keynote speaker.
We'll speak Friday night. It's May 9th and 10th.
Yes.
Yep.
It's $40 for men over the age of 18 and older. For anyone 17 and younger, it's $35. That includes a Friday night barbecue dinner.
Yep.
So it's going to be a good time. We would love for you guys to join us. If you need like any help with anything, you can either connect with us online, like if you're out of town, hotel to stay in. I think my wife, Nikki, has been working on a local hotel to get a special like group rate for that. We'll do what we can to help you out, with logistics, but we would love for you to be there on May 9th and 10th.
Yep. Hope to see you there.
ForgeMen'sEvent.com.
Boom. Let's go. Yep. Oh, hey, guys, like we always say, you're 1% better. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely. See you.
Thank you for joining the Male Cartel podcast. Be sure to subscribe and share to help other men join the cartel. You can also keep up with us on social media and at malecartel.com.